Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, as reported at Legacy.com in the first week of September 2024. Legacy.com is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any newspaper in America and beyond. Actress Betty A. Bridges died August 27, 2024, at her son's home in Phoenix at the age of 83. She was known for TV roles on shows like Good Times, Different Strokes, Hill Street Blues, and Ally McBeal. She is also being remembered as the mother of actor Todd Bridges. They both spoke out about how her support helped him through his struggles with addiction. Actor and singer James Darren died September 2, 2024, at a Los Angeles hospital. He died of congestive heart failure at the age of 88. He became a teen idol of the 1960s when he starred as Moondoggie in the Gidget movies. Darren is also being remembered for TV roles on Star Trek Deep Space Nine as holographic lounge singer Vic Fontaine and on T.J. Hooker as Officer James Corrigan. Rapper and DJ Fatman Scoop died August 30, 2024, in Hamden, Connecticut at the age of 56. He was known for his big, booming vocals on songs like his club hit, Be Faithful. Fatman Scoop is also being remembered for his contributions to songs by Missy Elliott, Mariah Carey, Lil Jon, and many others. A note to remember, sometimes personal information, such as someone's cause of death, is not announced immediately by their family or the authorities. When a cause of death has not been officially confirmed, we do not report on rumors. Every family has a right to their privacy. Author Steve Silberman died August 28, 2024, at the age of 66. He was known for his acclaimed writing and public speaking on autism and neurodivergence, including his best-selling book, Neurotribes: The Legacy of Autism and the Future of Neurodiversity. Silberman is also being remembered for his writing and podcasting about such bands as The Grateful Dead and Crosby, Stills and Nash. World leader Kiingi Tuheitia died August 30, 2024, after heart surgery at the age of 69. He was the king of New Zealand's Māori, having led the indigenous tribes since 2006. Kiingi Tuheitia is being remembered for his calls for Māori unity and for his advocacy on behalf of whale conservation in the Pacific Ocean. Actor Obi Ndefo died August 28, 2024, of complications from an eating disorder at the age of 51. Sci-fi fans knew him as Ragnar from TV's popular space adventure series Stargate SG-1. Ndefo is also being remembered for his performance on Dawson's Creek as Bodie Wells. Journalist Linda Deutsch died September 1, 2024, in Los Angeles. She died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 80. She was an Associated Press reporter for decades, focusing on covering the courtroom trials that made American history. Deutsch is being remembered for her coverage of the trials of such figures as Michael Jackson, O.J. Simpson, and Charles Manson. Social media personality Paul Harrell died in September 2024 in Oregon. He died of pancreatic cancer at the age of 58. He was known for his YouTube channel, where he provided information about guns, firearm safety, and responsible firearm use. He is also being remembered for his gun rights activism. Harrell was a veteran of both the U.S. Army and the U.S. Marine Corps. Sculptor Simon Verity died August 11, 2024, at his home in Wales. He died of Lewy body dementia at the age of 79. He was a master stone carver whose detailed work can be seen on such buildings as England's Canterbury Cathedral and the Cathedral of St. John the Divine in New York City. Verity is also being remembered for smaller sculptures, some of which are owned by notable people like King Charles III and Sir Elton John. Rabbi Michael Lerner died August 28, 2024, in California at the age of 81. He was the founder of the award-winning magazine Tikkun, an interfaith publication with a focus on progressive beliefs and causes. Lerner is also being remembered for his leadership in the Jewish community and for his activism for progressive causes. On September 2, 2024, 4 people were killed in a shooting on a Chicago commuter train. As of this recording, the names of those who died have not all been released to the public. At least 4 people were killed in a shooting on September 4, 2024, at Appalachian High School in Winder, Georgia. Their names are Christian Angulo, Richard Aspinwall, Christina Irami, Mason Schermerhorn. This week, Americans are remembering the tragedy of the September 11th terrorist attacks. If you click to our YouTube channel page, you'll find our video where I talk personally about how we at Legacy spent the weeks after September 11th paying tribute to all 2,977 people who lost their lives that day. In addition to featuring current deaths in the news, Legacy.com also honors the lives and legacies of notable people who died in the past. Here are some of this week's anniversaries. 1 year ago this week, singer and songwriter Jimmy Buffett died at the age of 76. He was known for laid-back rock songs like Margaritaville and Cheeseburger in Paradise. 6 years ago this week, actor Burt Reynolds died at the age of 82. His many movies included Smokey and the Bandit, The Cannonball Run, and Boogie Nights, and he starred on the TV show Evening Shade. 10 years ago this week, comedian, actress, and TV host Joan Rivers died at the age of 81. The first woman to host a late-night talk show on network TV, she was also known for her red carpet coverage of big Hollywood events. 12 years ago this week, actor Michael Clark Duncan died at the age of 54. He was Oscar-nominated for his performance in The Green Mile, and had memorable roles in movies like Daredevil and Armageddon. 27 years ago this week, Diana, Princess of Wales, died at the age of 36. She was a beloved member of England's royal family, known for her activism on behalf of AIDS awareness and the banning of landmines. 27 years ago this week, Mother Teresa died at the age of 87. Her good works serving the poor of Calcutta, India, were honored with the Nobel Peace Prize, and in 2016 she was canonized as a saint in the Catholic Church. Singer and songwriter Dolores O'Riordan was born 53 years ago this week. She died in January 2018 at the age of 46. She was the lead singer for the Cranberries, whose 1990s hits included Zombie and Linger. Musician and songwriter Billy Preston was born 78 years ago this week. He died in June 2006 at the age of 59. He had hits like Will It Go Round in Circles and Nothing from Nothing, and he played keyboards with the Beatles on such songs as Get Back. Musician and songwriter Freddie Mercury was born 78 years ago this week. He died in November 1991 at the age of 45. He was the lead singer for Queen, known for classic rock anthems like Bohemian Rhapsody, We Will Rock You, and We Are the Champions. Comedian and actor Buddy Hackett was born 100 years ago this week. He died in June 2003 at the age of 78. He starred in movies like The Love Bug and The Music Man, and was the voice of the seagull Scuttle in The Little Mermaid. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in California have been lowered to honor the memory of CAL FIRE fire apparatus engineer Christopher Ward. Flags in Maryland, Ohio, and Utah have been lowered in observance of Overdose Awareness Day. Flags in Virginia have been lowered to honor the memory of Hirsch Goldberg Polin, who was killed after being held hostage by Hamas. Flags in Kansas have been lowered to honor the memory of State Representative Marvin Robinson and our Kansas City firefighter Trevor Rusk. Flags in Missouri have been lowered to honor the memory of Osage Beach Police Department officer Felicia Carson, who died in the line of duty. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. At Legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory, online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel here on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.